The nigga Wack, before that next episode aired that he was there, Wack was up there before then. Wack went up to No Jumper. Dead homies, nigga. Adam is the one that exposed it, nigga. See, niggas don't understand this. Niggas don't know what's going on. Adam, the one that made phone calls and told niggas this. Dead homies, he did. This nigga Wack went up to No Jumper, begging to keep his job after what happened up there. Not only that, Adam showed him that he had the motherfucking videotape from his building of what happened. And the bitch ass nigga Wack, dead homies, we had a whole motherfucking meeting about this shit. The nigga Wack was pointing niggas out in the video and giving names. This is whoopty whoop whoop. This is whoopty whoop whoop. This is whoopty whoop whoop. And this is whoopty whoop. All my kids, nigga, my dead sister, rest in peace. Adam exposed that, nigga. And when I confronted the nigga about that the other day, he called Sharice. Sharice on the phone with Luce. You told the nigga HOODLUM I did it. Nah, nigga, Adam told us, nigga. Adam told on your punk ass, nigga. You was up there identifying niggas in videos from the No Jumper shit, nigga. Up there begging for your job like a bitch, nigga. Do y'all not see how this nigga Wack operate? He is all internet. He can't live without the internet. He the only nigga I know that runs 24-hour rooms in Clubhouse. I understand the algorithm shit, but he's a little bit infatuated with the internet. You take No Jumper away from that nigga fuck around and have a stroke. I'm not lying. Dead homies, Adam told us, nigga. That nigga went up there begging for his job and was pointing out the homies in the motherfucking surveillance video, nigga. And like I said, I don't fuck with SBGB. He did too much IBM Luce slander. I don't even fuck what he said about Wack. But he did mention some shit that I seen. Why the fuck would you come back up to No Jumper and bring the evidence of a robbery back up there? Oh, here go to watch. What the fuck? Put everything in place. No Jumper was already being watched at that time. Even if you say, well, maybe not. It started being watched the next day after when that video hit online. So why the fuck you bringing that motherfucking watch up there? You basically said, here's the proof that somebody got robbed. Do y'all not see what the fuck's going on? Everybody seen the video. Niggas seen who was involved with the No Jumper beatdown. And you come and bring the watch and say, well, it wasn't $5,000 and shit. It was just this. It don't matter what it is. If I beat a nigga up right now and take a Tootsie Roll off out of his pocket, nigga, that's robbery, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not Luce Cannon brother. We don't fuck with Luce Cannon brother here, weirdo. I don't fuck with Luce Cannon brother. But this is what he do, and people are blinded to what he's doing up there. It's a lot of people that's not blinded though. You got smart niggas that's looking in like this nigga is literally giving them a case. Here go to evidence from the robbery. Here goes me disassociating myself. It wasn't me. You see, I stepped back and I let them. You see, me and my 100 side niggas, we stood back and we let them. He's identifying and putting niggas in place. And like, come on, man, pay attention. Hey, you know what? Like I said, Terrell, I can't tell the next nigga what to do. A grown ass man gonna do what he gonna do. All I can do is give advice. I can observe shit and be like, look, stop doing it. I can give advice. That's it. Hey, stop doing this. You should stop doing that. But if a nigga decide to deal with somebody, we can't do shit about it. He turned y'all into destroy the police. He done got questioned and called in. Yeah, I gotta tell Luce. I played. I hope Luce know, bro. Actually, well, I mean, like I said, everything that's coming out. Gotta pay attention, man. I've been paying attention to this shit. I've been seeing the nigga snake ways. That's why I'm telling my team to stop dealing with the nigga. Stop answering phone calls from the nigga. Like I said, the nigga 600. When I put this video out on 600 and he seen that his address where he live at right now is in that video. Okay, where's it at? When that nigga seen that address was in here, mind you, he had just got done running content on Cannon. Cannon told on his brother, woo-dee woo-woo. When I put this video out right here, and he seen that his address where he live at in Marina Del Rey was in that video, the nigga took down all his content about Cannon, tried to make it seem like Cannon told him to take it down only if we took it our shit down. Nah, nigga, that's not happening. I still ran content on you. Why you not gonna put nothing out? Oh, I bet, nigga. That nigga, once I put this video out with his address, that nigga literally damn near DM'd everybody from IBM. And his exact words was saying, I'ma tell Luce on you. If I run content on Luce again, I'ma tell him it's your fault. I got a recording right now of Luce saying, y'all can't run content on me. Hold on. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm not lying, bro. He did this shit with all our whole team. What it was, he was desperately trying to get me to take this video down, because if you look, the only content I ran on the nigga after the whole shit with him saying Luce was a snitch and writing on his brother in the courtroom was this video right here. He was trying to get me to get that video down. It's not going down, nigga. You're in Marina Del Rey, nigga. You're not in the hood. You're over there by the beaches. Why you think all your videos is by the beaches, nigga? I already got you, bruh. I'm telling you, he set Luce up, told Luce to make an example, allowing someone to record a crime through everyone under that. Right. I mean, I kind of looked at it that way too. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, I heard the nigga literally in Clubhouse saying, we ain't sent the video. I ain't sent it to nobody, but he actually did. I can guarantee you, Wack is the one that told Academics to post that video. Even though it was already out there, you got to understand, like I said, you got a nigga that could have 3 followers, just started Instagram and post that video, it probably wouldn't even touch the 100 people. But when you got somebody like Academics touch it, the feds see it. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So what was the whole motive in you sending it to Academics and having him post it too? He knew 600 took the video down. Remember that Academics posted it 2 days later after 600 did. Like, come on, man. I'm seeing a lot of police shit with Wack. Every time we look up, how you got the info that the police got? How you got the shit that we can't access, but the police can access? How you get it? Yeah, 600 next. But I don't know. Him and 600 relate so much to each other. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What this nigga, what's the name at? But the nigga sent the same message to all of us. I got a video saying Luce said take it down. Here we go, right here. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this nigga, bro. He was desperately trying to get me to get that video down. It ain't going down, nigga. You in Marina Del Rey, nigga. Yeah, nigga. All right, boom, right? This is what the nigga wrote all of us. It's a fly in here, Shelby. You should go ask some other IBM. He was why they took that shit down. All right, so let me explain that first part of that message to y'all, right? My nigga Draco from IBM, right? He put out some content on a nigga 600 on his story. 600 seen the content. 600 DMs him. Matter of fact, I got that motherfucking screenshot, nigga. I'm not listen. I spit all facts in this motherfucker. I'm the receipt motherfucking king, nigga. I'm finna show y'all if y'all think I'm lying. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. More Draco number at right here. Like I said, I'm finna cook these niggas. They got me fucked up. Dead homies. I know too much about them. Where it's at? Where the screenshot at? Hold on. Right here. It's actually a video. He actually screen recorded the voice messages, right? All right, so hold on. I'm finna put it up in the chat right now so y'all can listen to it. Hey, active. If listen, well, do Sims. I hate saying active. Y'all know that's your thing. Unblock me on Instagram. Dead homies, I ain't bumping heads with you no more. You low key, yeah, we got the same niggas. Unblock me on Instagram, IBM HOODLUM, and I'ma DM it to you. Dead homies. I'ma send it to you on my kids. All right, so boom, right? Remember, this is my Instagram. This is where I run all our content. IBM Hoodlum, H004LUM. IBM H004LUM. DM me, dead homies, I'm gonna send you a daddy. All right, so boom, let's go back right here, right?
Hey, bro, I can play a record.
All right, so boom, remind you, like I said, the homie made content on him, and I caught this when he sent it to me, story unavailable, which let me know the homie took down the content. Why the fuck would he take down the content? Okay. But mind you, this is what 600 wrote him. Well, voice messaged him and he sent it to me. This is the day before the nigga got in my DM.
Hey, bro, I can play a recording for you.
Listen.
That nigga Luce don't want y'all talking no shit about me. So I suggest you take that down. Or call Sharice, bro. Trust me. Hey, but look, it's up to y'all. I'll put all that shit back up and blame it on you. I'm not the one calling around, bro. So you need to think about what you got going on, man. Because that shit y'all doing, that shit don't bother me.
All right, now mind you, let me point something out to y'all, right?
Hey, bro.
He always say that shit y'all doing don't bother me, right? Anytime you gotta hop in a nigga DMs that's not hopping in your DMs is because you're bothered. You see what I'm saying? The lies, nigga. If I'm bothered by a nigga, I'm finna DM this. Like, this nigga got me fucked up. He's bothered. That's the reason why you're reaching out. So mind you, y'all heard what he said, right? The nigga Draco take the content down. And I'm hot because I caught in the screenshot that something was taken down, but I didn't know what was taken down, right? Boom. He writes me this the next morning. You should go ask them other IBM why they took they shit down. So I'm like, what? I'm hot when I read that. I'm like, that's what I seen in the motherfucking video clip from Draco. Now he basically has ammo to say I had a nigga from IBM take their content down. So I'm hot. Like, I can't wait to talk to this nigga Draco, right? It don't matter to me, so I'm gonna blame it all on you. Luce asked me to take all these down. You should call Sharice. I'm gonna keep it real. I deleted my voice messages to him because I didn't know. Like I said, I just started fucking with Instagram like that 5 or 6 months ago. I've had one for years, but I never utilized it. Sharice, the one that told me, like, be careful what you put in the DM because they can report your DMs. It's not like Facebook. I'm like, what? So I go in and I remove all my voice messages because I'm going big, like, bitch ass nigga, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck what Luce talking about. As long as I know you don't like the homie, me removing my content does not change how you feel about Luce. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you in. Well, I was going big on the nigga. So when Sharice told me that, because I told her about the nigga DM me, she was like, no, go delete it because he can report those. These niggas already the police. You feel what I'm saying? So I called Draco. I'm like, bro, you took the content down? He's like, well, because he said that, I felt like he spoke to, I said, my nigga, he ain't IBM. We don't take orders from no nigga. Not even, Luce don't even control us. We just Luce team. They have this narrative that when we put content out on them, that Luce is telling them to do it. No, nigga, I'm putting content out on you niggas because every time I look up, you weird ass niggas from the 100 side got shit captioned as if y'all beefing with the homie. And like I explained to Sharice, a lot of these niggas ain't finna go click on a motherfucking Clubhouse video on YouTube and actually listen to what they're talking about. They gonna look at that title, Luce Cannon gets called out by Wack and Wack questioning him, ratting and they gonna look at that and be like, what the fuck? Niggas is actually not going in and listening to that audio. They not gonna go give you a number on YouTube. They gonna go off of what they see. So if your team is posting shit like this, the team gonna go in on you. And that's what it was. Why they running content on me? He controlling them niggas. He a crybaby. Every time we look up, the nigga Wack is crying about what we do. Right. The Clubhouse out there is trash, bro. But this is where, you know, they do majority of their shit at, and a lot of niggas don't know. This is how we catch a lot of shit they do. It says Wack 100 set up Big U, IBM, and Brick Baby. They knew Luce Cannon was wild. Right. I mean, how many times have Wack set up and told niggas, man, y'all better stop playing with Luce Cannon? I felt like that was a setup. He was trying to get people to lock on to him, who he was and what he was about. Like, if somebody a killer, why are you exposing that? Why are you openly saying he's this type of person? You see what I'm saying? But anyways, this is what he wrote, 3 or 4 of them. He even wrote my nigga Gizzy. I got the screenshots on my phone of that too. Nigga, y'all think I'm lying? Look, watch this shit. Well, I wouldn't say out them lines, just the saying, right? I'm finna put Gizzy shit. Like, he was desperately trying to get that post taken down. He wanted me to take that post down because, like I said, when you go look at that video on my Instagram, so I'm gonna explain to you why, right? He thought the coast was clear. Hold on, let me get this one from Gizzy up. Right here, look. That hubby's like, this nigga weird, bro. So he sent voice messages, but Gizzy didn't screen record it. He just sent me like that he DM'd him. Watch this shit. All right, boom. It's the homie. He sent me the screenshots. The nigga over here. The homie tell him, you ain't tripping. How about my DMs? Hit me when you in Vegas so we can have a drink. We don't need no breaks, homie. This is what he tell him after the first one. Send them another voice messages. You ain't tripping. How about my DM? Yeah. Like, this is what he do. Like, the nigga been going around desperately trying to get me to, but there's a fly in here. Trying to get me to take that post down. Now, I'm explaining to you why he thought he was in the clear, right? It's because the nigga is tied to so many addresses. See, you got to understand how addresses work. If you can get mail sent to a certain address for a certain amount of time, that will be labeled as your permanent address. Loose head isn't high. He on the Fed phone still telling. Nah, loose head is held real high. You can say whatever you want to say, Case. I talk to the homie every day, dead homies. If Sharice called me, you'll probably hear me on the phone with him. She probably gonna merge me and she like Cannon on the phone. And I'm gonna let him know we live so he won't say no crazy shit. But so you got me fucking sidetracked, right? What the fuck I was saying now? Fucking with you, bro. Oh yeah, the video. So when I pull his addresses, right? The top address that shows accurate to as of today show the Inglewood address. But in these addresses that shows most recent to the last 10 years. And one or two of those addresses in that picture that I got from where I pulled the addresses from had his address towards the bottom. So it's overlooked because when you look at it, you would think that's a previous address, and the address he's at is at the one at the top. So I'm gonna break that down to y'all right now. I got you. Hold on. Did you DM me? Hold on. Let me DM me real quick. Do Sims, and I'm gonna send it to you. But so when you look at the motherfucking thing, you would think, okay, well, he can't live there. That's a previous address. You see what I'm saying? So, what happened? Yeah, I know. So he thought he was in the clear. So when I dig into the addresses a little deeper, I was wondering why this nigga was so desperately going around to all the IBM team members telling us, Luce said that y'all can't run content on me. Dead homies every time I talk to Luce, run that shit up on that bitch ass nigga. Every motherfucking time. I couldn't figure it out. So boom, my wife a genius, bro. My wife got 3 master's degrees, name it. My wife net worth is $10 million, bro. My wife is top of the motherfucking totem pole, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. My wife got it, nigga. My wife is my mastermind. When I don't know about certain shit, I stick my wife over here. Couple minutes is done. Boom, she pinged it for me. Here it is right here. So we figured out why he was so desperately trying to get that video taken down. So let me break it down to you. The addresses was labeled current to previous, but not in his situation. The one at the top that was current is his mama address. The living mama, the one he's been telling y'all that's dead, is not dead. So we figured out, no wonder why he want this shit down, because in this photo, not only is his mama address, but when you go down to previous addresses, it actually has the address to where he lives right motherfucking now. I said, oh, no wonder why Blood want this motherfucker taken down so bad, because the drop is right there. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Not only that, it actually have, man, listen, y'all want to see 600 Daddy? Anybody in the chat? Y'all want to see 600 Daddy? I go back. When I tell you I get grimy with this shit, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of 600 Daddy in high school. Y'all want to see him? And I'll show you his grandpa too. Like, niggas don't understand. Like, nigga, my wife would get in your ass, bro. Will get in your motherfucking ass. Matter of fact, watch this. Nigga, I'm not playing no games with niggas, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put his grandpa on the screen first. So when he see this content, he know, nigga, I'm not playing, bro. This 600 grandpa, he actually dead though. 600 grandpa is not alive no more. That's 600 grandpa. His name is Bernard. Bernard William Lovejoy. Dead homies, that's his grandpa. I got the records to prove it. When I run my motherfucking documentary, if blood get out of line again, I'm gonna show y'all. That's Bernard. Bernard William Lovejoy. That's 600's grandpa. He's no longer alive though. We're not gonna disrespect him. But yeah, we're gonna pull his daddy up next. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all a picture. He probably ain't even got this picture. Shit, he probably don't even know if this is dad or not. Nah, he grew up suburbial, so he's tight-knit family. He know, trust me, he know who his daddy is. When I get down to it, when I run my documentary, if he say get out of line, y'all gonna know why he know who his daddy is. That's 600 Daddy. That's 600 Daddy in high school. His name's Cornell Lovejoy, and his daddy is still alive too. So that, oh, my parents are not here no more, lies. Cap. Fabricated ass niggas. Got his daddy address too, and a picture of his house. That's 600 Daddy. I have not been able to come up on a photo of his mom. His mom, which I got her information, her address, all that, but his mom was very discreet about what she did. So we have not been able to come across a photo of her. But this is 600 Daddy. His name is Cornell Lovejoy. Okay. Cornell Lovejoy Daddy is Bernard Lovejoy. Okay. Him, you want to know what his middle name is? Bernard. It's Cornell Bernard Lovejoy. We go so deep into shit. Over the years, he wound up removing the Bernard out of his name. And the reason why is because I go through the same shit with my name. Whenever you're named after a parent and it's similar, when it comes to like certain documents and certain doing things and records and shit, it get mixed up and it will confuse you with the other person. Kind of like what just happened with Cannon in court. Content that the nigga just ran on the homie talking about he told on his brother. That's not what happened. What they were trying to use against Luce Cannon in the courtroom to deny his bail. Remember, nobody really gets your lawyer does all the talking when it's the nitty gritty. The only time Cannon got to speak is when Luce Cannon shouted out in the courtroom when he seen what's the name Eddie Boy in there like, I don't fuck with cuz why he here. That's the only time Cannon spoke. When they read Cannon priors, what they used against him to not give him bail, part of what they read out in the courtroom was a mix up between Cannon and Cannon twin brother Tremaine, whatever the fuck his name is, not Tremaine, the brother. He got a twin brother. So the attorney was like, hold on, y'all are using part of his brother's record with his to not give him bail because the names are similar. That's what his attorney said. What 600 do? Oh, you stood up and you told on your brother. That's not what happened. The man was in there getting blamed for his brother record. But that's what happens when you got similar names. You will get confused growing up. It happened with me and my dad. So his real name is Cornell Bernard Lovejoy. So the Bernard being in the middle of his name, it confused him with the daddy, which is Bernard William Lovejoy. But yeah, 600 grandpa, 600. Like I said, this shit can get real grimy. And I keep telling these niggas, I can go deeper and deeper. I was not going to do this today, but the only reason why I did this today is because of that text message I got from my homie from my turf last night when he said, I just got off the phone with Wack and Wack said, you said this about me. How do you go live and say this about me and then you end the live, call my homie and said that I said it about him? Pathological liar. This is what they do. And don't even realize you text me 4 days ago about the same shit saying somebody else told you that. You see what I'm saying? They said why Wack turned his back on Luce Cannon. The image he's trying to portray right now is that he's not turning his back on Luce Cannon. Okay, he's trying to portray the image of I'm supporting him. I want him to come home. They bumped heads because of the whole swatting situation. But me being on a phone call numerous of times with Wack since the homie been locked up has exposed a lot of how Wack really felt about the homie. He never really fucked with Luce. Like I said, you don't sit on the phone and just talk bad about somebody that you fuck with, bro. He literally blamed Luce for everything. This happened because of Luce. That happened because of Luce. Luce this, Luce that, Luce this, Luce that. You don't fuck with the homie like that, bro. This is the same man that you set up on the phone and talked about. And this is the same man that was willing to get on a phone call with me and get at me. Luce got at me like, nigga, you don't ever talk up and go at nobody's wife, because the bitch ass nigga Wack lied and said that I threatened R&B. He was willing to protect that for that nigga Wack, to where he start tripping with me like, Hoodlum, what the fuck you doing? Cause you don't do shit like that. Tripping on me on the phone. I'm like, what is you talking about? I ain't never say nothing to R&B. What is you talking about? I was oblivious. But it's the same nigga that can sit on a phone call with me and talk down on my homie the whole motherfucking phone call. The homie you're talking about was the one that was willing to go to war for your motherfucking girl, nigga. That shit is crazy, bro. Like I said, Wack is internet. And if you pay attention to the internet, over time, Luce Cannon name started to get bigger in algorithm than Wack's. Okay. I know this firsthand because once I started pushing content for IBM on Instagram, I can see who name hits harder than others when I post about it. Okay. He said his daddy not dead. He lied to y'all. His mama and his daddy is still alive. His grandpa's dead. But trust me, that's another lie on the documentary I'm exposed to y'all. His mama and daddy is live and well. That was a lie. Okay. The mama and daddy is fine. They're older. They're in their 60s, but they're not, they're not dead. But, this is what the nigga Wack do, man. And people don't understand that depending on who you dealing with in life, who they present themselves to be to you can blind you to the truth. And I feel like because of clout in a way, because of content, Luce kind of forced himself to deal with Wack, because Luce not only opened up doors for Wack, but Wack opened up doors to Luce. Like I said, Luce's name was getting bigger in an algorithm than Wack's, and I started to point that out. And once I started to notice that, I would get numerous of phone calls. Shit was already happening before y'all seen the fallout. Y'all seen the fallout at the swatting situation. It was already shit going on before that. You ain't lying about that. I remember when Luce told Brick he got a bigger algorithm and been doing IBM number. Exactly. You got to understand, Wack is the type of nigga that has to be head honcho. He has to be, spotlight got to be on me. I'm top dog. If anybody comes in and tries to take that spot, he gonna find a way to knock you down. Just imagine, right? Give you an example in another way. Just imagine if you making $5 million a year, and your man's that's up under you, your right hand man, is making $1.5 million a year, and then out of nowhere, that your man's that's your second man, the man that's up under you, starts making that $5 million you making, and now you making what he making. He not gonna like that. You taken from him. Now I got to figure out a way to get rid of you. Pay attention, man. I watched it unfold right before my eyes. I used to sit and tell my wife, like, Luce's name is bigger in algorithm than Wack's. Why you think when you look at my videos on my Instagram, you got to learn how to trigger the algorithm, right? So if you go look at my Instagram, I will refer to Luce Cannon affiliate. Once you put Luce Cannon name in something, the shit goes crazy. Okay. So I used to test the waters by putting Wack name versus Luce. That's when I started to see that Luce Cannon name was much bigger in algorithm than Wack's. And I started to see the behavior from Wack and what was going on. Luce was getting bigger than him on the internet, bro. This is Wack's playground. Wack's playground is the internet. That's what he does. If you can beat him at this is when he tries to do slick, sly shit like he's trying to do to me right now. He's trying to do the divide and conquer with IBM right now as we speak. You read the indictment paperwork, right? Has anyone asked Wack how he avoided Luce on recorded phone call and never bothered to tell him? Wack held him in info. All right, so Mind you, right? I just said that earlier. If y'all heard the recording that they thought was a leaked conversation with Luce Cannon and Dale, Wack 100 is the one that put that out. See, a lot of people don't know that. Wack put that audio out. Why would you put that out? Denied it in the beginning. I got the screenshots on my phone. I don't know nothing about that. Didn't turn around and knew he was caught up and was like, you know what? I did put that out. I put it out because I was just trying to expose Big U. That Big U was telling on Luce Cannon. Yes, Big Ray, you're absolutely right. Wack put that audio out. Why the fuck would you put that shit out, bitch ass nigga? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit he was doing. Exactly. Luce is getting bigger than me. Let me find ways to tear this nigga down. Let me do this. Let me do that. All of that. That nigga was probably happy that Luce couldn't come up to No Jumper for a while. Why you think, y'all got to pay attention. When y'all seen, hold on. I got to use the restroom. Let me be right back. I'm finna break it down to y'all. Look, y'all got to really, really fucking pay attention. Pay attention. I'm finna tell y'all something right now, and you can go back and watch No Jumper, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Hold on.